Today we're going to be going over 3 keys to getting your transition game to an elite level. Now these are simple things that are going to apply whether you're a 3-0 or a 5-0 or even a pro. These are the things I focus on, and the biggest thing is going to be breaking down the transition zone into 2 different zones. So we're going to go over that right now, so pay attention. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about with transitioning is actually going to be something pretty simple. It's just going to be our footwork to hit our third shot. So step 1 is going to be getting our feet in the right place. Now, there's a couple things that cause a lot of issues that I see. The number 1 being crowding the line. So when we're hitting our serve and they are hitting the return, if you are standing here, you're oftentimes going to be on your heels or your back foot hitting that third, which is going to cause issues. Instead, work on giving yourself a little bit more space. Now, hand in hand with that is going to be as we hit, we want to stay down. So when I hit my thirds, whether I'm slicing or rolling, I'm here to here, keeping my weight forward, but not jumping through it, right? So step 1 is giving ourselves lots of space. Step 2 is getting low and staying low. And step 3 is a long follow through. Now this is the thing that a lot of players make mistakes on. When we hit their thirds, I see them go like this, or they go like this. When we're hitting our thirds, I'm hitting them like this and like this. Now that doesn't mean I'm swinging fast. Long and slow is a skill that you need to develop. When I'm hitting a third, I have a long follow through with a slow swing. The true speed of my swing probably looks something like this. It's not this, but because it's longer, it gives me more time to feel the ball, kind of put more spin, impart more action on the ball, and hit a better shot. So that's the first step for having an elite transition game. Okay, so right now I'm gonna hit some thirds. Couple things I want you to see. The first one is look how far back I am. Now with this, a lot of players say things to me like, oh, like what if the ball's short, right? That's gonna be anticipation. As soon as I see, and it doesn't have to be short, as soon as I see that Zach isn't hitting the ball really deep. So as I hit, like Zach will actually stand back here, like he's giving me a return. So like we'll fake it. So I'll hit like a little serve, right? If I hit like a little serve and Zach returns, as soon as that's short. So on that ball, the second he made contact, I saw that it was slow. I didn't know whether it was gonna land here or there, but I knew it wasn't gonna land on the baseline. So my read, the first thing is, will it be super deep? Now, a lot of the time at a higher level, it will be. But if you're somebody that sees a lot of short returns, pay attention. If I see Zach, if I serve and I see Zach swing and I go, okay, it's slow, it's gonna be short, I just take a step in. I'm not running up, but now I don't get beat on those short balls. So that takes care of probably the biggest concern. So now that we're past that, I'm here hitting my thirds. First thing is I'm staying deep, whether I'm slicing or I'm rolling, I'm low and deep and I'm pushing through, right? Now, see how slow I'm pushing on these slices? My paddle is very slow, but I have a long follow through, so I'm not doing that. That's the big issue. I have very little control if I do this. It's like slapping the ball. Hard to aim. That's what I see so many players. And the roll's a lot like this, right? Hard to aim. Instead, long strokes. Now, long could be fast, right? It could be like a hybrid. Long could be slow like that. It could be slow and pushy. It could be a hard slice like that. Right, so long doesn't mean it has to be fast or slow or anything like that. It just means that I'm going to hold the ball for a little longer. Same thing on the backhand. I'm here, I'm staying down, right? And I'm long swing all the way to my shoulder, forehand, long swing, slicing, long swing, all of it. Even driving, long, all the way through from that same position. So step 1, get back. Step 2, stay low. Step 3, lengthen your swing. Now, steps 2 and 3 are actually gonna be breaking the transition zone down into 2 zones. We're gonna call them T1, which is, I would say, 1 and 2 steps inside the baseline, and T2, which is 1 and 2 steps behind the kitchen line. Now, why did I talk about from the baseline and from the kitchen line? Because that's where we wanna be hitting our resets. Pretty much, I don't want you to be in, let's call it no man's land, which is more than 2 steps from the baseline before we get 2 steps from the kitchen line. So that's kind of right where you guys are, here, all the way to here. This zone is the hardest. Why is that zone the hardest? Because in that zone, I can't tell if the ball is going in or out. So they're able to both go at my feet and my chest. Now the other 2 zones, we only have to cover 1 section. What do I mean by this? In T1 back here at the baseline, do I have to cover balls above my belly button? Never. There's no ball at my belly button that's in. So my paddle never needs to be up here, which takes away so much of the thinking. So really, all I'm gonna do in T1 is short hop. Every ball's a short hop. Maybe I take it here, but pretty much it's all short hops. So in T1, I'm gonna get low, I'm gonna look to short hop, and then I'm gonna look to, if it's a good short hop, get all the way to the kitchen. If it's an okay short hop, get to T2. And if it's a bad short hop, stay in T1. And if it's a horrible, like pop-up, back up. So 4 options. Go all the way up, go to T1, go to T2, stay in T1, or back up. But again, I never have to worry about these balls. I'm only handling balls down at my feet. Okay, so now I'm just gonna demo what I do in T1. You can also work on this drill. You can just stand here and work on your short hops. Zach and I do this every day. I've been doing it for months. Now back here, like I said, it's easy for me. Look where my paddle starts. It never comes up. If Zach hits anything above the ground, it's out. It's out. I'm never even worried about it. So I also do a great job in T1 letting balls go. Everything is low, because if it's not, I let it go. Now, he hit that one deep, but even if he hits one at my knees, it's out. Like even a ball that's not even that high, even if it's like out, so that ball's out. Like that ball was right here, but I still know it's out. So this makes my job pretty easy. Now, the other thing about this zone is pushing the ball. So when Zach hits a great ball, I can just, well, that was bad. But what I can do is I can push the ball deep and get a better ball. So if Zach gets me, right, if you're uncomfortable, I can go like that, right? These aren't good balls. Like they're landing way behind the kitchen. That one was out. They're way behind the kitchen, but I can do this all day. Like I'm just pushing them into him. They're high, but it doesn't matter. Like I can just push all day, right? It's hard for Zach to really do anything because I'm standing way back here, right? What you'll get a lot is players will maybe drop you, which again, from this zone is easy. I just come right up. So again, now in a real game, right, I'm gonna show you real quick those 4 options. So option 1 is I hit a great ball. Let's say that's like that. I'm all the way in to the kitchen in 1. Option 2 would be Zach takes the ball probably below the net. That would probably look like this. Now I get to T2, so I'm not getting all the way in. Option 3 is what we were showing you there, where these balls are not great, they're here. I'm just gonna stay here and kind of defend until I get a better ball. And option 4, this one doesn't happen too much, but if I really, get all the way back, right? And it's only 1 step to get back, so it's not a huge issue. Now, T2, okay? So we do the same thing we did the other way. This zone to me is 1, 2 steps. So here is T2, right? Now again, the no man's land is gonna be, so again, I'm breaking it down into 6 steps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the kitchen. The front 2 are T2, the back 2 are T1, the middle 2 are our zone of death. Stay out of there. Again, why? In this middle zone, Zach can hit the ball up here and keep it in, and hit the ball down here. So I actually have to cover here, 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 here. Now, in T2, up here, my feet disappear. Now, what do I mean by this? Yes, Zach could hit a dink at my feet, but he can't hit anything with pace at my feet. So really, I'm not even covering my feet. I'm literally, Jaume Martinez, how are you, buddy? So, I'm not even covering my feet. My paddle's gonna be high and sitting. This is gonna allow me to counter and reset up here. And if he does go at my feet, we're so close that the ball has to be so slow that I can very easily just go, oh, okay, like this. So it's very easy up here. Your decision making's easy. Now that doesn't mean the reset is easy. You may have hard balls, but again, we can cheat by knowing where those balls are gonna be. When Zach speeds up, he's never speeding up at my feet. It's always above my waist. So my paddle starts here, I take lots of backhands, and I can open forehand. I can also go two-y, whatever you want to. But again, in this zone, it's the opposite. I'm not here, I'm way up here. Thank you guys for coming back for another video. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. There are over 25,000 of you now, which is amazing. But yeah, please let me know in the comments if there's anything you want us to do better. You know, Zach and I work really hard on this, and yeah, we just love the community. So thank you guys. So now I just want to show you in T2. So again, this is the drill Zach and I do to work on it. I'm one step off the line, working on my resets. So again, I'm hitting mostly backhands in this zone, but I will hit some forehands over there. And honestly, on that hip, go over hip again, I can still cover backhand. So I don't actually mind if you get caught backhand. Now again, you can also be a two-handed, well, that was a good ball. You can also be a two-handed player resetting like this. With the two-y, I push a little bit more. So I put the ball a little deeper, but it's a little more linear. So it's very hard for Zach to really, see, I can like really just bump. I really like the two-y if Zach is using a lot of pace. Well, that was tough. With the two-hander, even if Zach is taking the ball, I can kind of do this all day. So I'm kind of like, I think of myself like a bounce back net with the two hands. I just kind of push it back, and then eventually I'll get one. Now, in T2, this is what I'm talking about. If Zach goes feet, go ahead. See how slow it is? Like, how else can he get it to my feet? Right? So I could sit up here and then easily go down. Now, if I'm in that no man's land, this is dangerous, because now that's a fast ball. I have to cover a hard ball there and cover the high ball. So remember, when we go from T1 to T2, we want to make sure we're in this zone. This gives me enough space that I have time to reset, and if he goes low, it's going to be slow. But again, see, I still have a lot more space. This is there and this and this. Up here, I have way less time, which makes it up here it's very hard on dead balls to reset. I try, but it's so challenging. Here gives me enough time and space to make that job much, much easier. So again, moving from T1 to T2 is gonna make your transition job super easy. And again, you can use two hands, you can use one hand, you can use forehand. You can go however you want. And the other thing about this is if Zach goes high, I can always counter. So I can do that and reset. So again, you have so many options because I know he really can't go at my feet. So I can be aggressive, I can be offensive. I don't just have to be a resetter. I can go two and swing. That was a good ball. So there's a lot of different options. Richie recap, guys. So this was the 3 things that I think are really important. Also maybe the 3 zones of transition, right? I think maybe we'll call it that. Zone 1 is gonna be our third shot, and our key focus is on our third, right? We're number 1, not crowding the line, giving yourself space. Number 2, getting low and staying low through the shot, right? We're not popping up as we hit. And number 3 is lengthening our stroke. Whether you're rolling, slicing, or driving, we want full follow through with a slow swing. That's gonna be our greatest advantage. Now, the transition zone being our reset zones, break it down into 3. We have T1, which is 2 steps in from the baseline, no man's land, the next 2 steps, and T2, 2 steps behind the kitchen line. Now, T1 is gonna be our short hop zone. This is gonna be a zone where if the ball is not bouncing at my feet, it is out. So I start low, I stay low, and I short hop. Now from here, if it's a good ball, you can get all the way into the kitchen. If it's a mediocre ball, I move up to T2. If it's a meh ball, I stay here for a better one. And if it's a really bad ball, a pop-up, I back up. Then moving up to T2, this is gonna be 1 or 2 steps behind the kitchen line. This is gonna give me a lot of space. Now my feet aren't an issue. If Zach's hitting at my feet, it's literally a ding. So I'm gonna protect high, look to reset or counter. Again, with one hand, I'm more soft. With 2 hands, I'm more bumping. But again, these are really the only balls I have to worry about. If he goes at my feet, which he can't go there fast. It's gonna be slow. So up here, up in T2, we're high, positioning with our paddle and our resets. T1, we're low. And then back here, obviously, our thirds. Thank you guys for coming back for another video. I will see you all next time.